It's not going to be enough. He is not at critical mass that these siege tanks need to be at, and the roaches do walk all through this mechanized army of TLOs. TLO still throwing units at the engagement, but he's going to be forced to pull back now. Important to note, if TLO, yes, he has levelized, that's not a word, stupid Schicky. He has leveled up the playground a bit here, or the play field, whatever you want to call it. He is ahead on harvesters now, although Lalush has taken a third base down here at the bottom right hand side. This island expansion, he does have it fairly well saturated, and it looks like we're going to see another drop here. He's going to, oh, maybe not. Just taking out these roaches, Hellions, making sure there are no other expansions right now. But TLO floating a barracks up over here. Kind of a good idea. If any roaches come in, they may attack the barracks, allowing the... Oh, we've got some more harassment. Hellions still without the Infernal Pre-Igniter, trying to do some damage, but these roaches are going to push that back pretty quick. The roaches do have roach speed. I don't believe Burrow is researched. No, Burrow is not researched, so obviously he doesn't have tunneling claws. But now TLO is also taking a third base here at the gold, and if he can get this gold base up and running, he will be in a good position. Although he's a little bit behind on harvesters right now. No, he's ahead on harvesters. I'm a little bit flabbergasted at this. I thought with this extra base here that Lalush would have got a queen up and really pumped out some harvesters, but he has not. So I really don't know what's going to be going on right now. It's really hard to say whether TLO is going to be able to utilize this advantage and pull ahead, or whether Lalush will be able to come back from this and produce a lot more harvesters. He does need to produce way more harvesters if he wants to stay in this game. The Zerg player needs more bases and more harvesters than a Terran player. If they're equal basing, they will not be in a good position. The Terran army is just so much bigger and so much more effective than the Zerg army. So more banelings out on the field, more roaches, more infestors. The infestors don't have enough energy for a neural parasite, so they are going to be primarily for fungal growth. And ooh, nice job by TLO here, putting up a sensor tower. You don't see this a lot in pro games, but he is guarding this bottom end of the base, or sorry, yeah, the bottom end of the base, of his main base, I should say, with that watchtower, sensor tower. My bad. Anyway, Lush here looks like he wants to push out, but he does not really have the army to combat this. These tanks will pretty much one-shot those banelings. There aren't enough roaches to really force yourself through, but he is producing more Zerglings and more banelings. I just don't agree with the banelings. I know they're very good against Hellions, but Hellions are so fast, they can really avoid the banelings very easily. And are we going to see another drop of some sort? I don't know. Maybe he just thinks that TLO is going to take a base over here. But he does know that there is a gold expansion up. He did have some creep there, so there was an Overlord pooping creep. And this barracks, being a baller, is still getting scouting information, taking advantage of the fact that Lush does not have any anti-air right now. He does have level 1 upgrade for his roaches, but the Hydras are not out on the field to also take advantage of that upgrade. And it looks like TLO is going to push out. That is a lot of Hellions. They still do not have the Infernal Pre-Igniter. I don't know why you're going to use that many Hellions and not get Infernal Pre-Igniter. It just seems silly. But I guess there is some rhyme and reason behind TLO's play, as he is a professional, one of the crowd favorites. And it looks like we are coming up against a fairly epic battle. It looks like Lalush is just going to load a bunch of units. It looks to be, wow, everything he's got, he's just loading everything into his Overlords, going for some kind of doom drop, but he's not going to be able to get all of his army. I don't like the fact that he's going to be splitting up his army like this. He needs to grab these two Overlords and do something with them as well. And on the flip side, TLO has grabbed the more aggressive Xel'Naga Watchtower closer to Lalush's base. This could be evil. Ooh, TLO does see this, and he is going to choose to pull back some of his army, and he's going to take all of his Hellions forward. There are some roaches there to stop that, but this doom drop is going to happen. There is nothing right now that TLO can do to stop this. His Hellions are getting way ahead of his tanks and Thors. That is a bad position for him to be in. He's going to lose all of those Hellions, and at the same time he's trying to push through here. He has killed off those roaches. He's still got a few left, but attacking on multiple fronts here. Defending and attacking, I should say. That tank getting caught off guard. the rally points of these unit-producing buildings really need to be fixed here. And wow, the tanks being used against their own selves here with Neuroparasite only lasting 9 seconds though. Really, that's not going to be too effective. One tank does go down. He grabs a Thor, grabs a Hellion. He's just causing so much damage, but in the meantime, TLO is pushing. He has taken out the natural, but I don't know if he knows about this island base or not. And yes, he does know about the island base. So he knows that he's going to need something to counteract this as well. SCV is coming off the line to repair these Thors. It is going to be enough to push back this army of Lalush, but it looks like Lush is pushing out or once more with another drop, and at the same time, TLO is just further and further pushing into the Lush's base. These roaches are not going to be enough to combat these tanks. Tanks making quick work of these units. And Lush is now down to 1 mining base, whereas TLO is still on 1.5. He's got the gold and he's got a little bit of his natural still. Of course, there is another drop coming in here into his main. A lot of harassment coming through. I can't pay attention to everything. This is one point in the game where I wish I had instant replay. I could watch all of the attacks here and then quickly go over here and watch the attacks that TLO is throwing down onto Lalush's main. But it looks like we're going to go for an old-fashioned base race style. Important to note though, TLO does not have a starport, so he has nothing to fly over to this base over here and kill off. But, ooh, very nice job by Lalush. He is putting up a Spire. So this Spire is going to allow him to get Mutas on the field, or Corruptors, although it's probably going to be Mutas, and allow him to try to gain control of the air. But TLO is rebuilding his factories. I don't know if he's going to put... yes, he will be putting tech labs back onto them. He is rebuilding his armory, and that's going to allow him to produce more and more Thors. Wow, another nice Baneling drop, taking out as many SCVs as they can, but really not being too effective. He only took out quite a few. Only took out a few, and he did lose another couple Overlords, although he's got lots of Overlords to spare right now. What he doesn't have to spare right now is the minerals that those Overlords cost. And if he doesn't play the game smart right here, he is going to lose the game. 45 Harvesters to 30, that means TLO is still in a good position. And wow, Lalush is taking another base up here in the top left-hand corner. But because of this sensor tower, very, very good, or well-placed sensor tower is going to show him that, hey, what are all these units? So he is going to know about that base. He's going to have to get turrets up to counter any mutas that are going to come out. The Spire is done. Production tab up does show that Mutalisks are on the way, and we do have the Flyer Carapace level 1. If he knows he's going to be facing against Thors, that is a very, very good upgrade to get. But his Thors are upgraded 3-3. And of course, the Javelin missiles that Thors do utilize are 4 attacks against air. So 1 Zerg armor actually negates 4 attack from the Thors. So the Zerg armor flyer upgrade is a very, very good upgrade. Anyways, Zergling's here trying to kill off this supply depot. It probably will burn down. He doesn't have an SCV around here to repair it, and this factory is also burning down. He needs to salvage that. TLO now just finally getting a starport up. That is the first starport of the game for him. Probably going to produce some Vikings, but there are quite a few mutas out in the field as well. They were attacking something, probably some Thors, or I don't know, they took a lot of damage, but he's got quite a few out in the field, 9, and he's going to go try to do as much harassment or attacking as he can. Still, yes, that supply depot did die, and it looks like this factory is going to die as well. The mutas are coming in to clean this up. There are no turrets around, no Thors around, and we've got some medevacs coming into play here, probably likely to pick up these Thors and drop them on the islands. These Thors are going to get some great shots on the mutas. The mutas are all clumped up, and these 3-3 upgraded Thors are just going to do so much damage to the mutas. A little bit of nice play there by Lalush, trying to spread those mutas out with the magic box as best as he can, but with this many Thors, those mutas really just do not stand a chance. And here comes the drop. Lalush does know this is coming. He's putting up a couple spine crawlers, but it's not going to be enough. The siege tanks are sieging. They're just too far out of range though. And it looks like we've got another roach drop coming. 7 more roaches are going to be dropped into the main base here of TLO. But in Neuroparasite on this Thor, it's just going to be not good enough though. Oh no. No, you should wait till that Neuroparasite runs out. And infested Terrans get plopped down. Anyone that doesn't know, do not attack the eggs, while they are in egg form, they have too much armor. Wait till they spawn to attack them. Your attacks are better off used against any other buildings or units that are around while those eggs are morphing. It's just a waste of attacks. But this hatchery is going to go down. All those drones died. No, there's still 7 drones in this Overlord. And wow, those broodlings that spawned from the hatchery actually did a lot of damage to those siege tanks. And it looks like Lalush is pushing out here. He's got quite a few Mutalisks. Looks like 10 Mutas here. And oh no, did that Thor get put down? The Thor did get dropped, but the Mutas aren't too clumped up. The Roaches are able to take it out. He's still got 1 Thor here. He's got 2 more in production. No, not Thors. Just Hellions. That is not what he needs against these Roaches. And of course the Mutas, they can't attack at all. But he needs these Thors as much as possible to get over here. He needs those tanks. And wow, TLO is taking 2 additional bases right now. He is taking the 12 o'clock and Lalush's original natural. And it looks like these Hellions are kind of on patrol, just trying to make sure that nothing gets scouted. And it looks like there's a bunch of Zerglings here coming to take out these tanks. Those tanks are going to die. They are pretty much just sacrificed. But at the same time, these 3 Thors here that were dropped were able to take out this hatchery. So sorry about that. So much action going on all across the map. But the hatcheries do die. The Thors are pretty much uncontested. Lalush does not have a base. He does not have many units left. Looking at the unit tab, he's got 5 Zerglings, a Roach, an Infestor, and 8 drones. He's got enough minerals for a hatchery, but the drones, actually the mineral, ooh, he has rebuilt his base now, and he still has 440 minerals. I don't know if he's going to be able to keep in this. He does now know about the command center at the 12 o'clock. I don't think he knows about the 3 o'clock yet, but TLO is going to be in a good position here. He's got 2 Thors left over here. He's only got 1 medevac though, so he's only able to take 1 of those out. Anyways, these Hellions doing a very good job scouting the map, making sure that Lalush is not taking any other bases besides this one. Of course, he does have this watchtower here still, sensor tower, so he knows something's going on, and Lalush does GG. So that does